Hello there, welcome to Tectonic. In this one, what I'm going to do is show you how you can increase your social media presence by creating multiple 50, 100, even 1,000 YouTube shorts in very little time, really quickly, using two tools, Canva and AI. I'm going to use ChatGPT, but before I do continue, please like, subscribe and share. So you need to have Canva opened up here like I have, but also I've also got ChatGPT opened up here, and this is where you need to create your IT tips facts or any facts for your niche, whatever that niche may be. So my YouTube channel is all about creating IT tips and tutorials to help with that productivity and that efficiency. So what I'm asking ChatGPT to do here for the purpose of this video is to make 50 facts sets like using the examples below. So put them in table format and to create these facts in an Excel file with 3 columns. So you got the topic, part 1, which is a hook really, and then part 2 with your solution. Each fact should be about IT tips for working faster and smarter. There shouldn't be any repeats. Make them fun, surprising, bold and easy to relate to. Put them in simple English because you want your facts to be accessible by everybody. Everybody needs to understand what you are talking about to reach that wider audience. So I'm going to use ChatGPT to get my response. So it's now analyzing, and I'm going to fast forward this video until ChatGPT displays the results. Here you go. So ChatGPT has created the Excel file with 50 IT tips. You can download it using the link below. Let me check this to see if it's what I want, and then maybe amend the prompt if I need to. So here we go. We've got our 3 columns. Let me just make this bigger so I can see exactly what it's done. So it's put some keyboard shortcuts here, which I like. Email. So those are the topics, and obviously it's got the part 1 there and what it does. Part 1 there, what it does. Brilliant. This is going to work really well in Canva for my YouTube shorts. So I'm going to flip over to Canva. Now in Canva, if you've got a Canva account, you can create a free Canva account. I've got a paid account, so I'm just going to use this, but this should work on your free account as well. At the top in the search bar, if you do a search for YouTube shorts, you can do that. And this will work if you're creating a TikTok video in Canva or another Instagram reel or a Facebook reel. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to use the YouTube Shorts one here, and there's the dimensions of YouTube Shorts, which is brilliant. I'm going to choose a blank YouTube Short template. So it's going to go into the template view for Canva, but remember, there's 3 different headings I need to have here. So I need to have topic, part 1 and part 2. So here what I need to do then is normally a YouTube Shorts you will get away with a minute video, but I'm going to create a short, sharp 6 seconds I should say, 6-second video, but I'll show you how to do that in a second. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is find a background video. So on the left side here, I'm going to go down to where it says videos here. You can see where it says videos, click on that, and then here I want something that's related to my niche, my channel. So here I'm going to do search for IT blue background, possibly. I don't know what it's going to come up with. Let me see, and I'll just use something which may look or stand out based on my channel. So this one looks quite cool. So I'm going to drag this over so it fills the whole background like this. Brilliant, looks great. Now at the moment this background plays for 15 seconds. I want to change this to 6 seconds. So here in the trim option, just click on it. You can either trim this from right to left to 6 seconds, or here what I'm going to do is change that to 6. There you go, 6 seconds. Click on done here. So that video will play, background will play for 6 seconds, which is exactly what I want. Now what I'm going to do is add a title here. That title will say topic. So on the left side, go to text. I'm going to add a heading here. Drag that heading across like this, and I'm going to type in there topic. The same name as my Excel column heading. So I'm going to drag this now, click off it, drag on it, go to the center here, roughly around here, and then these left and right side here, I'm going to drag this out so whatever text is displayed doesn't go over that border. So it'll, you know, if it's quite a lot of text, it's going to make sure it doesn't go over the border. It stays within this margin from here to here. I'm going to change the color of that text like this to white. I'm going to choose white, but I'm also going to have a background to that. So go to effects here. I'm going to choose this one here. Go down. I'm going to have a better colored background there, possibly yellow. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to choose green. There you go. That looks better. Quite a contrast from the blue. Now that's my topic. I'm going to have part 1 here now. So I'm going to go to subheading, or you can choose a body of text. It's entirely up to you. But I'm going to choose this very quickly for this video. So I'm going to call this part 1 like this. Again, click off it, move it to the center, change the size, make this bigger so it stands out like this, change the color of it like that, go to effects. I'm going to add a border to it so it stands out from the background, and the border or the outline I'm going to have is a black outline, and make that thicker so the white writing really stands out. About 101. Click off it. There you go. That's part 1. Then I'm going to choose subheading again, and just below that I'm going to add part 2. Remember the size, text size for part 1. Part 2 needs to be the same text size. So we know it's 60 for part 1. Part 2 needs to be 60 as well. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it in a second. Like this. So part 2 is 60. Drag it to the middle. Call it part 2. Like this. Now change the color of it. Do the same thing as you did for part 1 to part 2. The color of it is going to be white again. The effects again, outline, black border, 101 thickness, I think it was. There you go. So it's exactly the same properties part 2 has to what part 1 has. I'm going to move it slightly here, move it up a bit, move part 1 up, now leave part 1 where it is. Now you got part 1, you got part 2, you got topic, which is brilliant. What we're going to do now, we want part 1 to play before part 2 in my video, because at the moment if I play this in the timeline, both part 1 and part 2 are playing together, which we don't want. We want part 2 to come after part 1. I hope that makes sense. So here, click on part 1 and you can see part 1 is highlighted here. Drag this over to the left. So I want part 1 to be playing roughly for 4.5 seconds because I want the viewer hooked on what's going to be the reveal. Now the reveal is going to be what's written in part 2, because you want the viewer to be engaged. So you want them to be sitting there watching your video to increase your watch hours, to increase your watch hours, your views within your video. And then part 2. Now part 2 should only be viewed for roughly 1.5 seconds, because what you want them to read part 1 for quite a bit of time, okay, waiting for part 2, staying on your video, then part 2 comes only for a little bit of time. The reason you want that to happen, because you want them to view it again. Oh, I missed part 2. What was said there? So they're watching it again. And if they miss it the second time, they're watching it a third time. So you're increasing those watch hours at the same time. So at the moment, part 1 is slightly above part 2 there. But what I want, when part 2 displays, I want it to display over part 1, if that makes any sense. So what I need to do is drag this. Actually, we're going to drag it in a second, because what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Excel here. And what I want to do is I want to copy everything from A1 all the way down to the last entry which we created. So these are all our facts, aren't they? So Control C to copy. So all that information has been copied now. We're going to go back into Canva. Now on the left side, we're going to paste that data into Canva. We're going to use something called bulk create to do this. On the left side, all the options, you go down to find bulk create, which is here. That's bulk create, and we're going to add our data which we're going to use to create our YouTube shorts here. So we're going to enter data manually within Canva like this, and here it opens up this pop-up box where you can add your data. Now there's a really easy way to add our data. Highlight the name, first column, right click, paste. And what it will do, it will overwrite what's already in the table with your new bit of information. So you can see the information or the data from Excel has been pasted into Canva. All those rows have been pasted, and it's exactly what we want. So we've got the topic, part 1, part 2, which is brilliant. Click on done. Now what we need to do, obviously before we can click continue here, what we need to do is link these column headings to these ones here. Yeah. So to do that, we need to connect that with that, then that with part 1, that with part 2. Go to the heading here, right click down in the drop down, click on connect data. Now here, choose the correct corresponding column heading here. So topic relates to topic. Now you can see the connection has been made here, so because it says topic here, and this is highlighted in a different color. So it says one data field added, which is brilliant. Do the same with part 2. Highlight it, right click, connect data, choose part 2 here. And you can see that's been connected. The only one missing at the moment is part 1, and you can see it's not showing up here. So the way to show that up is just to click on it here, and it will show up here. Now what you do is right click, connect data, part 1. And now that's been connected as well. But we've still got one more issue, because when part 2 displays, it displays down here, part 1's displaying up here. So we need to just use a bit of creativity and just to move that so it overlaps part 1. So when it does display for 6 seconds, that video, you've got part 1 displaying for 4.5 seconds, and part 2, and it looks quite seamless now. Now what we need to do is create 48 was it, different YouTube shorts now. And all you do is simply click on continue here, and it's selecting all the different facts from Excel now into Canva, and it's asking you, do you want to generate 48 different designs? We do. So you click on that, and it's going away now, and it's generating those designs for you. And there you go. So you can see now it's created 48 different designs. So here we go. That's the third one. Keyboard shortcut, Control Z, undo your last action. There you go. But that part 2 displayed really quickly, so it wants the user to read it again. But I've noticed an issue. If I go back here, go back to my, let me drag part 2 down again, because I've noticed something. Let me highlight part 1. Remember when the topic, when we drag this out so it doesn't go over the border, we didn't do it with part 1 or part 2. That's something we need to do. So with part 1, drag this out like that, and do the same with part 2, because you don't want the text to go over the border. Like that's part 2. There you go. Then drag this over part 1. Now unfortunately what I need to do, because I forgot that really important step, is I need to regenerate my 48 designs again. Doesn't take long. Here we go. So it's regenerating those designs again. Yeah, so now when I play this, Control Z, keyboard shortcut, there you go, undo your last action. Brilliant. Control Y, what does that do? And you're probably thinking what it does. And you've got now 48 different videos. But you're probably asking another question. Actually, you can see all 48 designs have been created here, which is exactly what you want. Yeah, now you're asking another question. How do you download all these videos separately? Because you want to download them so you can add them onto YouTube, or you can add them onto TikTok or wherever, or Instagram or Facebook, to enhance your social media presence. On the right side, top right, click on share. Go to download. Now, you want Canva to download those pages as separate files here. Unfortunately, to do that, you need to have a subscription to the Pro account. And I pay £10 a month for that, which is fine. But I use Canva for everything, literally everything. So you click on this checkbox. You ensure MP4 video is selected here. And you can change the quality of that, each of those 48 videos here. You can either download one video, or you can download them as a bulk all in one go, which I'm going to do. And then you just click on download here. And now it's going to download all those videos here. And whilst it does that, I'm going to fast forward the video. So that has been downloaded now. So you can see it's downloading here. One download in progress up here. So I'm just going to wait until it's downloaded, and then you can use the files to your heart's content, and it's up to you how you use them, to be fair. So it's downloaded here, bulk 1, topic 2. I use an application called WinRAR. I extract this to my device. If I click on 1.mp4, it's numbered them all, and you can see they can open up here, and there you go. That's your first video downloaded as a video. So that's just a really quick and easy way. And you can see I've downloaded 48 files here, videos, but you can see what you can do. It's entirely up to you even how many prompts you want ChatGPT to create. I think creating 30 to 50 at a time is the best way to do this, because maybe the AI might generate something silly, which you then have to sense check if you've got so many rows to do. But that's a quick and easy video showing you how to create multiple YouTube shorts here in this example, which you can use on TikTok, which you can use on Instagram, Facebook Reels as well, to try and increase your social media presence, but also save you time. So you're working smartly, you're not having to create all those videos manually, which will take you a lot of time if you were to create 50 videos separately, individually. So yeah, hope this video has helped you. Please do like, please do share, please do subscribe. Thank you.